like to call the Special Services Committee meeting to order at 6:08. First item on the agenda is the approval of June 17th, 2021 Special Services minutes. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Item 2 is enrollment data, which is in our packet.
One update to your packet, on the second page, we had on your packet 32 students that returned from home ed last year, and that's up to 40 as of 9:15 this morning. So they're slowly coming back. The office has been very busy with kids coming in. Our kindergarten numbers have gone up just a little bit, which is encouraging. And we have closed grade 4 at William Allen School. There's 53 students right now with 2 teachers, so they are at max capacity. And other than that, we're just continuing to welcome kids back into Rochester.
Yeah.
Question. So looking at the kindergarten numbers, the classes are, there's a wide range from 7 in a class to 20, to 16, 17. Are you going to be able to balance that out more before school starts, or what's the plan?
So we expect that by the end of next week that the 7 and the 8 will go up over 10. We did talk when it was 4 and 5 about should we combine those and then either move the Nancy Loud kids to School Street or School Street kids to Nancy Loud, but we're hoping that those will go up a little bit
So is
higher.
there a range you're shooting for?
We'd like there to be 10 kids in the class.
10, and what's the
Yeah.
maximum?
Kindergarten, I would say the maximum would probably be 20 or 21.
Well, that much,
Yeah.
Okay. So we're at 205. Let's see, 300 kind of sticks in my mind in the past.
I think we're going to be below that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are opting not to send their kids to kindergarten this year. So I think what's going to happen is that we'll try to project first grade, and then the first grade numbers will be off. So we have to, as we work through this year, keep in mind that there's about 100 kids that are, not accounted for this year.
So
But that's
Are
statewide.
these kids that just won't be going to kindergarten anywhere, or, yeah?
They probably won't go to kindergarten anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they might do a, home education program, and we wouldn't have a record of that because kindergarten's not mandatory, so we wouldn't know if they were doing a private or a home ed,
Right.
so. Yeah, so it's something to keep in mind as we move through the year. Maybe we try to get some kind of survey to families, earlier rather than later to try to find out if they have a child that's coming to kindergarten. Something that we could think about maybe in the January, February time.
Oh, go ahead.
Any other questions about?
Well, I was going to say, but we're confident everybody knows about registration and all, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments?
We just, at the childcare center, sometimes we get people who don't want to send their kids to kindergarten, try to stay at the childcare center for that kindergarten year, and we don't accept them. And we haven't had anybody
This year.
We haven't had anybody inquire. Usually we have 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But
Everyone's holding steady.
All right, item 3 is Maple Street Magnet School bus data, since that's the only
That's the
school
only bus run.
in
Those
session right now.
2 buses running. One bus has 13 students and the second bus has 21 students. And we've had no issues. We did find out that our transportation outside of Maple, just for the regular school year, is down 1 driver right now. So we thought that we were kind of escaping what was going on statewide, but we are down 1. So at this time, the transportation coordinator will have to also be a driver, which is very challenging for her. It's a really tough place to be in. So we have a flyer out. She's recruiting all over the place, and hopefully we'll just get the word out and maybe snag a driver. She has some people that are in the queue, but there's a long process to go through. So there's an end in sight, but I think we'll have to probably start the year with her driving.
I feel like we're fortunate if it's only 1.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oyster
Yeah.
is down 10.
Oh, boy, yeah.
And they have a much better package deal
Yes.
for their drivers.
Yeah. don't.
Say don't advertise
Yeah.
that too much.
It's a terrible place to work. Otherwise, forever.
Pause.
They have
You
it
gotta-
here.
Scrub that.
The winter driving's awful.
Terrible,
Yeah,
terrible over
roads
there.
The
terrible.
roads are so
Yeah.
much better here.
They're uphill both ways, you
All
don't,
those college students over there.
Exactly, it's a hazard.
yeah.
Too many crosswalks. All right, and then, just a question that I had, they're still doing the assigned seating on the buses?
Yes.
And they're still having the windows open
And masks,
and masks on
Yes.
the buses?
Yes.
Because it's a federal
Yes.
mandate.
yes.
Okay.
You
Any
got it.
issues with that masking?
We haven't, yeah.
All right, item 4, 5-year plan.
Sarah Reinhardt will be here in September to give you an update. She's working hard and putting in some good processes, and so we'll see how that goes.
Good.
I'm sure you'll enjoy meeting her.
We look forward to it. Mr. Boyer.
I know it's been looked at before, but all-day kindergarten has been a topic, and we talked about before. We had a budget proposal last time. Didn't seem to be realistic at that time, but in a 5-year
Yeah.
discussion, I think it is probably in our best interest to start that now. I just wanted to bring it up to the committee.
So it'll be the same number, I mean, the numbers it'll be higher, of course, because costs are higher. And the one thing that I don't think that we included in the last one, we talked about personnel, because we'll have to hire more teaching specialists, because we don't have enough right now. And then transportation, we'll have to look at getting more buses. Those will be the big costs. So I can ask Linda to rally those numbers and update them.
The last time it was,
About $1 million.
well, it was more like a $500,000, but it wasn't done, how can I word
Up
this?
to the micro level that we. were
No,
looking
there
for.
are other ways to have people work and not work overtime or hire
Well, I
out
think the
full-time.
problem is, it's something that probably you'll look at next time they come up for negotiations, but we don't have any paras that work over 27 hours. So,
And you could still do it. I mean, I have normally an 11-and-a-half-hour shift to cover at the childcare center, and nobody gets overtime.
so keep in mind that we're 30 paras short.
I'm
So, yeah.
down a bunch too, so
Yeah.
I know the
But I was
hiring.
thinking, we're a 5-year committee in terms of,
Yeah,
let's look at the plan again
Yep.
and
Right.
really dive into it deeply to say, okay, give me a daily schedule for staff and to really fully
yeah,
understand it
and
because,
Christine
that
Hebert
was a
had
hard
developed
thing.
one, so we can pull that back up, and
yeah,
that's what they had used to calculate the staff, was based on the daily schedule and rotating kids through the gym and cafetorium for lunch, and how that works with planning time and uninterrupted planning time, and people coming in at different times and one-on-ones. So I do think that they did it with fidelity. It might have been more expensive than you anticipated, but they did spend a lot of time on the schedules and trying to figure out how to balance that. So, but I can certainly ask Linda to run that again, and we can ask the principals to look at the schedule again. Yeah.
But regarding transportation, kindergartners currently, they don't get transportation in the afternoon or the morning, or is it just?
They
the
have
afternoon?
transportation in the morning,
But not in the afternoon?
not in the afternoon, yeah.
No, there are some kids that get on the bus.
The majority of them
Yeah.
do not,
They have
and
after-school
so.
They have to have after-school
Right,
care.
right, so we'd have to look at, we have some buses, especially in the William Allen and McClellan zones, that are very full. So we'd have to look at that, and you're okay with the age range because you're K-5, so you're not putting kindergartners on with 8th graders.
Yep.
But we do have a lot of kids that ride the K-5 bus. Yeah, so, but we can look at that and give our best estimate on what, I think that you're probably gonna see some population increases with the 6-hour factory opening up,
Yeah.
so.
that's what I think we need to prepare for it now
Yeah.
versus
Because
reacting
there's
to
more
it later
coming,
on.
more people moving.
Yeah, it's just where do they move, which zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, anything else under 5-year plan? Okay, item 5 is public comment. Being voted from the public, I'll close public comment. Item 6 is other. Is there anything under other?
Kyle had let me know that there may be a non-public appeal, but it doesn't appear that there is one, so we won't have that.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, one thing I had under other, how is food services working out so far for the start of the year?
Oh, they were actually talking about, there was something that the kids were struggling to open at Maple, and so they called the food service and they were coming up with a new solution for them. It's like a bag, and it was really challenging for the kids to open, so I think they're pretty, so far, responsive.
Good.
Yeah, great.
They give them knives to slice.
Yeah, they
them.
did. They're like, here, take these sharp scissors and cut it, yes.
Well, it's kind of a test to see how hungry they really are.
Right, yeah. Can you get into this bag?
Survival skills.
Yes.
All right, anything under other, anything else? Motion to adjourn,
So moved.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that's it.